There are two kinds of breakfast pizza in this world. There are those cold slices of leftover pizza that you find in the back of the fridge. And then there's the kind that's hot, right out of the oven, poofy, and topped with a sunny side up egg. Although I'm a fan of both, today I'm gonna teach you the latter. I am teaching you how to make my smoky breakfast pizzas. First thing we are gonna actually start with is what we're gonna ultimately end with, which is a basil oil. I like to make a fresh basil oil because it adds this sort of vibrant, zingy, summer kind of flavor. Into your food processor, 1 cup of fresh basil leaves, 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then we want 1 finely grated garlic clove. Put your food processor lid on and give it a whirl. Look at that. That is liquid green as opposed to liquid gold. See what I did there? Let's make these pizzas. One of the great things about this pizza recipe is it has very few ingredients. Really, the only other topping besides the eggs that we're gonna add later are mushrooms. And these are totally optional. You do not need to include the mushrooms if you don't want to. I'm only making 2 pizzas here. And for that, we need about 1/4 cup. Time to get working on our dough. These are individual sizes. So for each of them, you need about 4 ounces of dough. We're gonna go ahead and lightly dust our work surface with a little all-purpose flour. This is 8 ounces of store-bought pizza dough. Lightly dust it just a little bit to make it a little bit easier. This is a very relaxed dough. It's like it just came back from Mexico or something. Cut it in half. We're gonna stretch these out, but before we do that, we wanna grease a baking sheet. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil. There we go. And now we're gonna go ahead and sort of stretch and pull our pizza dough. So I sort of punch it down with my fingers, and then at that point you can sort of pick it up and sort of stretch it out. Really, this is like sort of a fun freeform recipe, so just don't overthink it. I like to sort of pretend I work at a pizza shop. I did it! It's all about fun. It's all about having fun at breakfast time. Perfect. They should be about 7 or 8 inches, and we're ready to top our pizzas. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to smoked mozzarella. This cheese here is what's gonna give our pizza that delicious smoky flavor. About 1.5 ounces on each of these pizzas. Now we're gonna go in with the second cheese. This is pecorino Romano, and this is gonna give us that just really delicious salty bite. All right, after the cheese, you're gonna add some mushrooms. You do not need a lot, just a few slices all around your pizza. Then I like to add a little kick of heat with some crushed red pepper. I like mine extra spicy, so I'm gonna do, plenty. And then of course we wanna add some seasoning, so we're gonna hit it with a little salt and pepper. Great, okay. These pizzas are ready for the oven. Pizza's in, 450 degrees, 7 to 9 minutes. And that is the perfect amount of time to get the caffeinated portion of my breakfast ready to go. Oh, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. These pizzas are already screaming my name. They look so good. I could eat them right now, but we're gonna take it one step further. We're gonna top them with some eggs. I like to crack the eggs into a small bowl just because it makes it a little bit easier to slide it right on top of the pizzas. All right, these are going back into the oven for about 5 minutes. You want the egg whites to be firm, but the yolks to be runny. 450 degrees, 5 more minutes. Ooh, sweetie, look at these breakfast pizzas. The crust is poofed and crisp. We've got that perfectly jiggly egg. And we cannot forget that incredible basil oil we made. We're just gonna drizzle that all over the top of the pizza, and it's gonna give us a ton of fresh flavor. And because I like a lot of extra heat, I'm just gonna top it with a little bit of extra crushed red pepper. Breakfast is served. So you could eat this with a knife and fork, or you could be like me Just go right in for a bite. Oh yeah. I'm so glad we have two cheeses because you get a nice salty bite from that pecorino, but let me tell you, that smoked mozzarella just took this to the next level. Plus, you get extra savoriness from the mushrooms, and then that fresh basil oil. I have been eating cold pizza for breakfast for years, but after tasting this, I'm switching teams. I am now on Team Smoky Breakfast Pizza. What team are you on?